How did you end up with a Croatian granny?
My father.
Makes sense. It had to be one of the two, didn't it?
Yeah. I don't know. She met my grandfather in Switzerland, I think.
Very European, isn't it?
I know.
Just all these, yeah, we were having dinner in Rome and then, I bumped into such and such in Paris.
I actually have no idea how they met. But I know they went back and forth between Zurich and Pittsburgh for my...
Pittsburgh?
Yeah, in
like
America.
Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're not in Europe anymore.
No, I don't know. It was very random. Like, yeah, they were just back and forth. But my dad mainly grew up in Zurich.
And was he like... Granda, was he like working in Pittsburgh? Was he like...
Yeah, he was like an engineer, I think.
Right.
So, always moving for work. Yeah. Really
Interesting.
exciting.
What was he building? Do you know?
Bridges, I think.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea. I'm not going to lie.
There's a lot of bridges in
I
America.
know.
That makes sense.
I don't know where he was working.
Crazy. So, Swiss Croatian father meets who?
Ballymena.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, they met in Edinburgh University.
Oh, what?
So,
just like Mr. Worldwide all
I
over the
know
place
he
here.
is. I know. And then he got dragged here. So
Mad. And where did you grow up? Like, where was home for you?
Ravenhill Road.
Exotic.
Yeah, I know. Ormeau Park is a nice little trip. So I think we were on the Lisburn Road, like in some apartments for the first year that they were here, and then they got the house on the Ravenhill Road, which, yeah, hopefully they don't sell because I love that house. So
What do you like about it?
I don't know. It's just I don't remember living anywhere else. It's the only place I remember. So it's just like my home.
If they sold it and you could take one thing from it, like a physical thing, what would you take?
It's a good question, actually. Probably my mattress. I'm not gonna lie. My
Wow,
bed.
so nostalgic, totally emotional response there.
It's very comfortable. I have, like, my friends tell me all the time. Like, my friend Sophie was around the other day and she was sitting on my bed and she was like, this is really comfy. And like, we didn't end up leaving for about 40 minutes because she just sat on my bed the entire time.
So what I'm hearing you say is you're a very practical person.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. I enjoy the finer things. So.
And like that practicality, like dad or mum?
Bit of both. I don't know. My mum's like the ideas person and will be like, let's do this, let's do that. And like she usually is good in terms of like executing, but and my dad's the handyman. And he does all the building and stuff like that. He just gets told what to do and he's like, okay, yes, wife. That's it.
Unbelievable. Brothers, sisters?
For me, no. Only child. A dog who might as well be.
And so you would take the mattress over the dog. Very interesting choice.
Well, you said anything from
physical
the house.
thing. Yeah, it's
I
true.
guess
It's true.
I did think that my dog did cross my mind, but I was like, she's like included in obviously coming with us.
Right.
Like she's in the family.
That's just insensitive on my part that I wouldn't consider her part of the family.
Exactly.
So for that, I apologize to you and for the millions of people listening as well. So now to meet the members. This is funny because we usually are chatting to all the members. You're not really a member.
No.
You're like meet the team.
The team OB, yeah.
Team OB. How'd you get connected to this fine place?
My parents, their business is upstairs. So yeah, my Claire, I spoke to Claire when I was back at Christmas, and she was like, oh yeah, well, we're going to be putting something up on Jobstart, you know, for like...
Here, hang on a second. Your mum and dad are who? Kathy and Adrian?
Yeah.
Ah, what? That's crazy. So we've met before?
Yes.
Like before Ormeau Baths?
Probably.
Like before your job here? I feel like I might have met you like for 30 seconds
Maybe,
one time.
yeah. In my uniform,
That is
probably.
so crazy that I never actually connected those dots.
Dots. Nobody does. I had
And it's so, oh my goodness, it's so funny to be led. I was like, yeah, they traveled a lot and like Swiss and like Croatian. It's like, I'm like, bro, how did I not put, it's like, I'm like the worst player of Guess Who in the world. It's like, they're both very practical. They're both entrepreneurial.
Yeah. No, first month I was here, it was, are you Kathy and Adrian's daughter? It was like, yeah,
That's
I am.
so funny. So you would know Grace Chambers?
Yes, I do know Grace.
Class, the park run legend.
I know.
What's she, 93, 94?
I think she's, 94.
Getting up there.
Coming 95.
And do you
in
park run?
June. I occasionally, not as much anymore.
Right.
I used to be a good runner, but not so much anymore. I fell off a little bit after COVID. I don't know.
The mattresses are just too comfy these
I know.
days. They make them
on
too
Saturday
good.
mornings, it was too difficult. I couldn't do it anymore.
Class. So you saw the opportunity through parents.
Yeah.
And then it's a job start scheme. So is this your like straight from school situation?
So I finished A-levels last year, and then
What a baller move. Just straight in like.
I know. And my mum said to me in like April time, oh, by the way, me and your dad are going to Italy in September, so figure something out.
Pasta la pasta.
The house is going on Airbnb. I was like, oh, class.
I love it.
What am I meant to do? So,
When you finish school, they've done their duty.
I know. They always said that though. As soon as I finished school, they were out of here.
Respect.
For even just a wee bit. They're back in June though. But yeah, I went to Switzerland and I was an au pair for 6 months.
Wow.
Yeah. Really nice experience. Would recommend it to anyone who wants to take a year out and just, live a simple life.
Interesting. Tell us about this. Like, was it actually a simple life?
Yeah, definitely. I had one 6-year-old boy and he was the best. Like,
wow.
Yeah, very well behaved. A couple of my friends were au pairing as well. And they were just telling me stories about their kids. And I was like, they were like, so like, how's Ander? How's your child? I'm like, we went to school today and picked him up. There was played games, like no tears, nothing. We had one breakdown the entire time I was there and it was together. He was crying in the living room. I was crying in the bathroom, like phoning my parents, like, I can't get him to school. Like he won't go. And like, oh, it was disaster. But he was only 6 years old. He's only 6 years old. So I guess it's not end of the world if he's about 20 minutes late for school, but.
It's cool. So you went from a very like high pressure situation of being in upper sixth, you're doing your A-levels, and then all of a sudden you're an au pair with a great kid called Xander.
Ander, yeah.
Ander, if you're listening to this, I'm so sorry for that terrible faux pas there. Faux pas.
It's not faux pas.
I think it is faux pas, yeah. So you had a little bit of headspace?
Yes, definitely. I think I definitely needed that break just away, even from Northern Ireland in general. Like, I love Northern Ireland. I always will. But it was nice to get away for a little bit and just explore, because I was in Ticino in Switzerland, which is the Italian-speaking region. So just at the tip of Lake Maggiore, and like beautiful lake. Like, so it was like 5-minute walk from the house, the lake. And in the morning, they had this lovely golden retriever who I adored. Like, I think I would have been lost without her, because I missed my dog a lot, and it was nice having the company because I was alone like the whole day. So just take her down to the lake for a walk and sit and have a coffee and
class
relax. It was like mid-20s until about end of October. I went away to visit my friend in Liverpool for Halloween and came back, and it was like 14 degrees. Temperature had just dropped completely. I was raging. So it was starting to get warmer as I was leaving, like February time, but warmer, like still not super warm. So
that time away in that space, two-parter, ready? What did it teach you about yourself, and how did it change your relationship with Northern Ireland?
That's a good question. I think it was like obviously going from school when I was with my friends 24/7, constantly surrounded by people my age and always talking to people to like nothing and just texting and calling, and like it was really, really difficult to meet people on do you know the dating app Bumble? Mm-hmm. There's like a friends section. Yeah. So I downloaded that and I like met up with a couple of girls. Some of them it was just really hard to make plans. They were busy doing this, and the mum of the family was an on-call doctor and the dad was always traveling. So if she was on call and the dad wasn't there, I couldn't leave the house. Yeah. So it was difficult sometimes organising plans, but I tried to do something like once a week with one of my friends, and I met this group of American girls who were at the university in the nearby city, and they were lovely. So that I was really, really lucky to meet them, because I spent most of my time with them, I think, when I was over there. But I think it was just put myself out there a bit more, and like one thing I love about Northern Ireland, you can go to any bar, chat to anyone, like at the bar waiting for a drink. It's so easy. Whereas in Switzerland, people are a little bit more like, I'm here with my friends, you're not my friends. So I'm going to go back over to my friends, enjoy your night sort of thing. So
yeah, there's an openness to the culture here that I think is quite rare.
Yeah, 100%. I agree.
And the willingness just to like drag a randomer like into your clique for the night.
Yeah.
It's just like
normal.
Natural.
Yeah. That's not a thing over there. In Italy, I went to Milan a couple of times. Like the people there were very friendly. I just think it was a Swiss thing. Swiss people are very... can sometimes be like, I'm saying this, my dad's Swiss. Like,
well, sure, you know yourself.
I know. Exactly. So, no, but it was a really, really nice experience. And it was just getting comfortable with being by myself, but also putting myself in uncomfortable situations. You know, I started learning Italian at the restaurants, trying to order, even though they ended up speaking English to me after about the third word I got out. They were just like, just English. I'm like, okay, well, I'm trying. So... yeah, stepping out of my comfort zone, I think, was like a big thing for me. And Northern Ireland, I think, like I love this. I always consider this place home. I said to my parents, if I have kids, like I'd love them to grow up here as well. I think it's a great place to grow up, but you don't want to stay here forever. So it's just, getting out of the Belfast mentality or something. So I don't know.
So moving outside of your comfort zone, doing new things, what has it been like coming to work in a place like this and in the role that you're in? And what are you doing, by the way?
So I do like social media. Me and Frank kind of do it both. It's just like social media, events, planning. People are always, can you book a meeting room for me? It's like, you can do it on Office R&D.
No,
like.
we it's far better when you do
I
know.
People come up and I'm like, oh, someone wants to talk to us. And then like once the small talk's out of the way, it's like, can you book a room for us? It's like, yeah, no problem. I thought you wanted to chat to us. That's
so
fine.
What would you prefer? Would you prefer we just come up and we're just like, meeting room, 3 p.m. now? Like, do you want just the honesty? It's just like, no, I'm not here for a friendly interaction. Like, I want something from you.
Just chop, hurry up.
Should we wear, like, should we have, there should be like a little button that we press where it's like when we're in serious mode and then whenever we're in friendly mode?
Just, to speed up the process a little bit, you know.
Practical.
So, yeah.
That's it. Spoken like a woman who would pick a mattress from her house out of all of the nostalgic things she could choose.
Well,
I respect that.
I don't know what I would pick. Actually, do you know what? I forgot about this. There's a marble table in
come on, now we're talking. See, this here, this is,
No, well, this is a funny story. So it was my 17th birthday. I had a couple of friends around, like 12 to 15 people, I think, around at mine. Nothing crazy. Parents were upstairs. Like, we were downstairs. My friend he had brought his decks and he was doing his decks connected to our speakers in the living room.
What is that?
Decks.
I don't know what that is.
DJ decks.
Oh, decks. Right.
Yeah.
I was like DEX. I was like, is this some sort of cool
Nintendo
console I haven't heard about?
No. So he was doing that so the layout of my house is like living room, dining room, kitchen, like all on the bottom floor there. And they were dancing away like in my living room. And a couple of them got up onto the table on this marble table, which is like about 3 generations of my family old.
Oh, okay.
And the whole thing fell through.
No, it didn't, did it really?
And I think...
And your parents still don't know about it, and I'm just going...
No, I wish.
Big reveal.
I wish.
You're like, I was held together by masking tape.
It was one of those things that like went in slow motion for me. And I sat down on the sofa and my ears started like, everything just went silent around me. And I was like, oh my God, I am a dead woman. Dead woman. And I was so scared to go upstairs and tell my parents. And of course the waterworks started and my friends were all like, we'll pay for it, blah, blah, blah.
You're like, you can't pay for ancestral nostalgia.
I was like, everybody get out now. Get your lifts home. Like, it was horrible. But we ended up getting it fixed with like resin.
Okay, cool.
So it doesn't look too bad. Some guy in Portavogie.
Shout out to that guy.
Yeah. He really saved my life because it was either that
or... for that scenario.
Yeah. It was either that or order a slab of marble from like London. That would have cost...
Preferably not.
Fortune.
Yeah, preferably not. See, that's good. It's also a good example of Murphy's Law because like if it had just been an IKEA table, guarantee your friend would never have stood up on it.
No.
You know?
Yeah. It's because it was like a low table. It was inviting.
It was crying out for it, really, is what you're saying.
I've stood on that table many times as a child, but, you know, to like reach something. Or,
but the decks weren't going.
No.
That's the difference.
And people were jumping away.
Listening to Bass Hunter and Scooter and...
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what kids listen to these days.
Oh, not Scooter. Personally, not for me. I don't know. I can't even remember what we were listening to. Probably like...
Deep Croatian trance music.
Yeah.
Send me the playlist after.
I will.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Like that.
Will. Send you my Spotify.
So what's it been like working here?
I love it. Definitely. Like, I've worked hospitality my entire life. Such a nice change. I don't feel like I'm doing something wrong all the time, or someone's always watching me being like, can you do this? Can you do that? Micromanaging. Chris is very good at just letting us use our initiative. So if there was one thing that would piss me off when I was working in as a waitress, it would be managers being like, can you do this? And it was like, I was about to do that, but the fact you said that, I don't want to do it anymore. So that's one thing I really enjoy here, is just, you know, doing things, not really like on your own time, but Chris just saying, I need this done today, get it done. Don't care when you do it, just get it done, sort of thing, which is nice because then we can plan our days ourselves, and the people as well, like the members. It's really nice speaking to people and just like talking to different faces every day. I really enjoy that. Yeah. And then the events management part and social media aspect as well is also different to what I've done before. It's all new to me. So it's nice to learn something new.
It's cool. What's your favorite part of the building?
Probably...
There's no mattresses, okay? So, the sofa's really comfy.
No, I was gonna say like the West Wing. There's this little meeting room beside the Dolby room, that like little box room.
That is also my favorite part.
Is that your favorite part of the building?
Yes,
that's mine. I go there to hide.
I used to fight with Andrew Trimble every morning about that little room.
Oh, because you both wanted it.
Yes, it was like a race to see who would get there first.
It's always like, it's rare that I walk past and somebody's in it. I'd see when I'm on lunch, that is the place I go to. And
do you know what?
That little fan.
You've kind of rekindled my love for that place. I might start using it again.
Please don't.
We'll devise a schedule afterwards.
Yeah. We need to get a meeting room booking system for it now.
And that's the VIP. It's like you have to pay premium to book into there because everyone wants it.
It's high demand at the minute. I love that place. The wee fan you just plug in and
in my day there was never a fan.
Oh, there's no, well, there's one now.
Upgraded. I'm definitely going back now.
Yeah.
It's like a mini sauna back in the day.
Oh, I know. Tell me about it. Sometimes I go in there to eat my toasted wrap from Papa Goblin.
You eat in there?
Yeah.
That should be forbidden.
I know, because it's really, there's no ventilation.
It's like a sacred space. It's like somewhere between a studio, a sauna, and a like confession box.
A confession box. No, well, it's empty. Like every time I walk past it, every time I go in it, it is empty. So I just assumed people, I didn't even know about it. I'd been here so many times, like during COVID and everything. I did revision here with my parents. I'd come in with them all the time. I never knew this place existed.
Wow.
I think I'd been working here 3 weeks and I didn't know it existed.
We might have to cut this bit from the episode because I don't know if I want other people to know about it.
Don't let it get out because I didn't know it existed. So.
It is. It's a. I call it a deep work cave. It's just a wee hidey hole, but it's your snack spots.
Yeah,
defiling it's wholesome.
It's just that's where I shut off. Nice. And just go on brain rot TikTok and scroll for about 10 minutes just to recharge.
Do you know what? Ormeau Baths is here to be used in whatever way people want to use it.
In whatever way,
Who am I to judge? You know, that room serves you, serves me, serves everybody.
Different ways. So, yeah.
Cool. So, do you think about the future?
Oh, you sound like my mother now. It's like triggering me. Like, what are you doing?
She loves you really, Catherine.
I know she does. She wants the best for me, but sometimes it's just like, I don't want to talk about this. She asked me like yesterday and I don't want to talk about it anymore.
So let me give you a gift, okay?
Okay.
What have you picked up along your journey post-school? What have you learned about yourself that you would like to take forward into the next chapter of your life, whatever that ends up being?
Okay. Well, my A-levels were music, business and film studies. So I really wanted to do, initially after GCSEs, I wanted to do film music, but then I realised I wasn't good enough at my instruments, I think, to pursue it. But could have changed that and I didn't. So, but I still can, but then I went down, I want to do film and go down that route sort of, but it was just, I don't know if I wanted to go to university for film. So yeah, uni's never really been a high priority for me. I've kind of always pushed it to the side and just thought, oh, that can wait. I'll come back to that sort of thing. But now I'm sort of looking into, I applied for BIM in Dublin. Have you ever heard of it?
Mm-mm.
No. It's like, I can't even remember what it stands for. It's like a musical sort of uni kind of thing.
Cool.
And I applied for the 1-year foundation diploma in music business. So that's only once a week on Fridays. So I just commute up and down because Dublin is far too expensive to live there. So yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going to do that and just take it from there and see if I enjoy that area. Maybe go down like musical events management type of thing, because I've always loved music, so I kind of want to go down that line a wee bit. But yeah, it's just all like little ideas here and there, nothing like this is what I want to do, which like scares me sometimes, because I was talking to Claire the other day. All my friends, majority of them are at uni or are going to uni this year, and it's like they're 3-4 years ahead of me. I feel like they're ahead of me already, sort of thing. And she was like, but when they come out of their degree in 3 or 4 years, they're going to be in the exact same position as you in terms of trying to find a job, trying to get post-grad. She was like, you're so much better getting the experience now, and then going to like see what you enjoy.
Yeah, because you just found out earlier what you don't like to do, which I think is half the battle. It's like you discover what you like by realizing what you don't like. Am I right, Roscoe? Roscoe's also on job start.
Oh, really?
Like 2 more months, I think. And then Roscoe's spreading those big bad wings and just flying out of the world.
Fleeing the nest.
Fleeing the studio.
This is the nest.
This is the nest. We can call it the nest. And I think it's just like, you discover what you like by just like turning over a million stones to realize what you don't like, and then the things that remain are the things that you love. Yeah, possibly. I take inspiration a lot from my parents, to be honest, because my mum, she worked in Queen's till she was about 40, I think, mid 40s, and they started Incisive 5-6 years ago, and like complete career change. Yeah, do you know what I mean? And she said she was not happy at Queen's, and she was like, I wouldn't change it for the world, you know, starting her own business and everything. She's like, I'm not going to say her age, but I was going to say, you actually did just do a big age reveal there, so shout out to Kathy. Love you lots. Sorry. So kids are 4. Apologies. But yeah. Daniel's in the corner like, right, so it's plus and 5, 6. Yeah. Oops. I don't think she'll mind too much. Awesome. Well, we love having you here. You do a good job. We will try not to be as friendly to you at the front desk from now on. Yeah, we'll just be practical. I've learned to the point. I've learned more about you through this conversation, as we all have. So we can. I remember actually going around London one night whenever I was a teenager, and there was like a graffiti on the wall, and it says we have to learn how to love and endure one another. And so you have helped inform us of how we can love and endure you better. Yeah. I appreciate that. Thanks for your time. Appreciate it. No worries. If you want to work for Ormeau Baths, they didn't ask me to say this, but I just kind of figured it feels right. The team is always looking for amazing people. So if you have that hospitality type background, you really care about people, you want to be involved in some really, really interesting faces to talk to, I think, as you phrased it, reach out. I don't even think there's any openings right now, but for people who are amazing, there's always space. And if you're a business owner listening to this and you're interested in making Ormeau Baths your home, you can also click the link wherever you put the link. YouTube description, probably. Yeah, probably. And I'm going to go from there. Yeah. Thanks. Appreciate it. No worries. Good chat. Thank you for having me. Thanks, Daniel. Appreciate you. Shout out to Jobstart, by the way. If you're an entrepreneur listening to this, amazing opportunity to bring an apprentice into your business, fully funded. And it's a government scheme that is ending pretty soon. So there's a wee bit of scarcity and urgency for you. You also have Work Plus in here, Richard and the gang. Very, very worthwhile experience. It's taught me a lot about business, taught me a lot about leadership, also forced the business to mature in many different ways. And so there's lots of plugs at the end. Thanks a lot. See you next time.